Have you been living for God and trying to follow Jesus, but then you run into people and it seems like all they want to do is critique or stand on the sidelines and pick apart everything you do? The good news is that even Jesus had to deal with those types of people. In Matthew chapter 12, we're told where Jesus is walking with his disciples on the Sabbath day, and they're picking corn as they're going and they're eating it. The Pharisees come and they start critiquing him and measuring things according to their rules and their guidelines. And Jesus says this in Matthew chapter 12 and verse 6. I encourage you to go back and read the full context. But he says, I tell you that something greater than the temple is here. If you had known what this means, I desire mercy and not sacrifice. There's a couple of things I just want to share out of that. Is one thing Jesus was trying to emphasize, that he was greater than any religious system. He was supreme and above any system, any man-made system that man could ever make. That religion and having a relationship with Jesus is so very different. So don't allow people to critique every move you make as you're trying to live for God and trying to please him. The second thing I wanted to share is that Jesus is greater than all of the rules. And what I mean by that is that the Pharisees, they felt it supreme to keep their rules, their laws that they had. And Jesus came to bring mercy and he came to bring grace, because God already knew that man is not good at keeping the rules. Now, we like to keep the rules that we are able to keep, but then we're always falling short in other areas. And that's why it's so important that we don't just criticize and critique everybody about everything. Because although we may not be doing what someone else is doing, we still have the stuff in our own personal lives. The other point that Jesus was trying to get across is that he was greater than every other. In other words, Jesus was the great I am, and that his disciples were walking with him and he was blessing their lives and they were following in the will of God. And that is what really mattered. So I just want to encourage you today, don't get caught up in a system that causes you to take your eyes off of Jesus. And don't allow people that just stands on the sidelines and tries to pick apart everything in your life. And just realize that God called you, he's working in your life, and he's going to finish the work that he has begun. God bless you today. I want you to be encouraged. Keep pressing on. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I encourage you, if you would mind, to just like and subscribe and leave a comment. God bless. Have a great day.